Your retirement account dropped 12% this year. Real estate sits unsold for 90 days in markets that used to move in a week. Crypto wiped half your savings if you bought any of the last 3 hype cycles. And while you watched all of that bleed out, a chimney sweep made $2,400 last week. Cash, no bank loan, no app, no degree. A piano tuner cleared $1,500 working alone, driving a used van between 4 houses, 3 churches, and a hotel ballroom in the same week. A Farrier in Kentucky billed $2,200 in 5 days using a clipping tool that cost $40 at a feed store. The trades that built America are still paying. They never stopped paying. You just stopped hearing about them. 25 of them are paying over $1,200 a week right now in 2026. None require a college degree. Most can be started with under $5,000 in tools, and the people doing them are quietly out-earning the entire passive income generation, the entire crypto cohort, and most of the white-collar middle class. Before I show you the list, you need to understand something simple, ugly, and true. Nobody profits when you become independent. The college system makes nothing if you skip the 4-year degree. The real estate guru makes nothing if you stop chasing leverage property. The investment app makes nothing if you generate cash directly from a craft instead of trading volatility on a screen. Every institution your parents trusted spent 40 years steering you away from these trades. They had a reason. It just was not your reason. Welcome to the Survival Research. If you have not subscribed yet, hit subscribe and the bell now. This is where we open the files the modern career system tried to bury. Number 1, locksmith. Specifically the automotive specialty. A residential locksmith averages $55,000 a year. Decent, not the goal. An automotive locksmith who programs key fobs and transponder keys clears between $90,000 and $280,000 a year as an owner-operator. A single fob programming job runs $300 to $600 and takes 30 minutes. Tools to start, $3,000 for a basic key cutting machine, a fob programmer, and a scope set. The license requirement varies by state. Most require 100 hours of training and a background check. That is the entire barrier. Number 2, chimney sweep. Average residential service runs $400 to $500 per visit. And a solo owner-operator running 5 jobs a day clears around $2,000 before fuel and disposal. Federal data places established chimney sweep owners between $70,000 and $150,000 a year. Tools cost $1,200 used. Why nobody told you? Because the trade looks dirty, the pay is not. Number 3, piano tuner. A standard tuning runs $115 to $150, and a working tuner does 3 to 5 tunings a day with a regular route. Average annual pay sits at $63,000. Top earners cross $84,000. The Piano Technicians Guild offers training in under 12 months. Tools cost $300 total. Pianos are still in churches, schools, hotels, and old family homes across this country. Demand never disappeared. The supply of tuners did. Stop the video for 30 seconds. I documented 3 more trades that I could not fit in this video. The Slate roofer who charges $12,000 per square because almost nobody knows how to install Slate anymore. The well pump specialist clearing $400 per visit on rural homes that fail every winter. The lime plaster restoration craftsman who charges historic property owners $8,000 per room. All 3. Income data, tool requirements, where to find apprenticeships, regulatory requirements, who hires, what to charge in your first year. It is all in the suppressed file. Step by step. Scan the QR code on your screen or hit the first link in the description and get it now. Let me keep going. Number 4, hardwood floor refinisher. Refinishing a 1,000 square foot floor pays $3,000 to $5,000, takes 2 to 3 days, and the materials run under $400. A solo operator with a drum sander and edger billed $1,800 per house in the markets I researched in 2025. Tools cost around $4,000. Every old home has hardwood under the carpet. The owners do not know it. You do. Number 5. Stonemason, specifically heritage and dry stack work. Specialty masonry runs $40 to $70 an hour build. A retaining wall job clears $2,000 to $4,000. A small fireplace renovation runs $8,000 to $15,000. The trade is dying. The men who build dry stack walls are mostly over 60. That is your opening. Apprentice with one of them and inherit the route when he retires. Number 6, window glazier, historic single pane work. Wood frame single pane windows are still in millions of pre-war American homes. Still watching? Then you already understand what the career system did not want you to see. 25 real trades, all paying, all ignored by every guidance counselor in the country. The complete file the modern economy hates. Income breakdowns, tool requirements, apprenticeship lists, state-by-state regulatory information, sample contracts and pricing sheets. Scan the QR code on your screen or hit the first link in the description and get it now. Restoring a single window with new putty and original glass runs $300 to $700 per window, and a modest historic renovation needs 12 to 20 windows restored, which puts a single job at $6,000 to $14,000. Tools cost under $500. Modern window companies will not touch this work because they want to sell you a vinyl replacement for $2,000 each. Number 7, stained glass restoration. Church window work pays $5,000 to $15,000 per panel, and the work is regional, ecclesiastical, and almost untouched by competition. Apprenticeships exist at heritage glass studios in most major American cities. Tools to start, $3,000, including a soldering iron, lead came tools, and kiln access. A single church renovation can occupy 6 months and pay $40,000 to $120,000. Number 8, plaster ornament restoration. Historic ceiling medallions, cornices, crown moldings, anything cast in plaster before 1940. A single ceiling medallion restoration pays $600 to $2,000. A whole room cornice run can hit $8,000. The clientele is wealthy preservation owners and federal landmark properties. They have budgets and they pay on time. Number 9, tree climber and arborist. Self-employed certified arborists clear over $100,000 a year, and many cross $150,000. A residential tree removal job pays $1,200 to $4,000. A storm cleanup contract can hit $20,000 in a single week of post-hurricane work. Tools cost around $6,000 to start. Number 10, septic specialist. A pumping job pays $400 to $500. 5 jobs a day, 6 days a week. Solo owner-operators clear $60,000 to $120,000 a year. Larger operations cross $250,000. 60 million Americans rely on septic systems, and the field is wide open because nobody wants to do the work. That unwillingness is your entire opportunity. Number 11, pool service technician. A residential pool route pays $150 to $300 per visit once a week, and a route of 20 homes pays $3,000 to $6,000 a week. Adding chemical sales and equipment service doubles the revenue. Tools cost under $300. The barrier is finding 20 homes. That is the entire game, and most operators stop at 5. Number 12, sawyer, the portable sawmill operator. A portable sawmill clears $200 to $500 per hour, milling logs the customer already has on the ground. Rural homeowners with downed trees pay $800 to $2,000 for a single day of milling. Tools cost $6,000 to $15,000 depending on size. Once you have it, the work finds you. Every storm, every tree removal, every old farm. Number 13, wallpaper hanger. The trade was declared dead in the 1990s. It came back in 2022 and now pays $50 to $90 an hour for hand-printed installations. A single room install runs $900 to $2,000. The clientele is interior designers and high-end residential. Almost no competition under age 40 in any major American market. Number 14, knife and tool sharpening route. $200 to $400 a day with a residential and restaurant route. Restaurants need weekly service. Residential customers need monthly. Tools cost under $800 total. Number 15, mobile upholstery service. $40 to $80 an hour repairing furniture in customer garages. No shop overhead, no rent. A single dining room set restoration pays $600 to $1,500. Number 16, mobile welding and small fabrication. $80 to $150 an hour for on-site work that no shop can handle. Farm gates, trailer repairs, wrought iron fences. The phone never stops. Number 17, antique radiator and cast iron restoration. $600 to $1,500 per radiator on pre-war homes that owners refuse to gut. A 6 radiator job pays $8,000 to $10,000 in 2 weeks. Number 18, custom door hanger. $300 to $600 per door on heritage installations. Almost no carpenter under 50 knows how to mortise a hinge by hand or hang a fitted door without a power router. Number 19, gutter specialist. $300 to $700 per house, 12 to 15 houses a week is standard. $500,000 in equipment is not required. A truck, a ladder, and a phone is required. Number 20, crawl space encapsulation. $3,000 to $8,000 per crawl space. 2 jobs a week pays the bills. 4 jobs a week pays the mortgage and college tuition for 2 children. Number 21, lath and plaster restoration. The pre-drywall ceiling and wall work in homes built before 1950. $5,000 to $12,000 per project on rooms that drywall contractors cannot touch. Number 22, fireplace mason. $800 to $4,000 per repair on chimneys that other masons will not touch because they require historic mortar matching and structural assessment. Number 23, saw and small engine repair. $40 to $80 an hour on equipment that gets discarded by everyone else. The market is rural homeowners, contractors, and small farms who cannot afford to replace what they own. Number 24, tinsmith and historic sheet metal. Cupolas, finials, copper flashings, and ornamental work on landmark buildings. $2,000 to $20,000 per project depending on scale. Number 25, Cobbler, the high-end leather repair specialist. The trade was buried by disposable shoe culture, but high-end repair on dress, shoes, boots, and bags pays $40 to $100 per job, with regular customers who return every season. Now let me show you the pattern. Every trade I just listed shares 4 traits. First, physical work that requires hands and a body in the room. Nobody is automating a slate ripper. Nobody's offshoring a chimney sweep. Nobody is teaching an algorithm to feel the weight of a horse hoof. Second, local. The customer cannot ship the problem to India or hand it to a chatbot. The work happens in their basement, on their roof, in their garage, in their barn. You stand there. They pay. Third, the skill takes between 3 months and 3 years to learn. There is no shortcut, but the timeline is shorter than any college degree, and the cost is lower than a single semester at a state university. Fourth, and this is the one that matters most, the masters are aging out faster than apprentices are entering. Supply is shrinking while demand stays flat or grows. That gap is the entire reason this list pays what it pays. The plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs in America are mostly over 55 years old. The slate roofers, plaster restorers, and stained glass craftsmen are mostly over 60. By 2030, there will be more demand than there are workers in this country. By 2035, the gap will be a national crisis. The federal government already knows this. They have known for 10 years and chosen not to act. You can be one of those workers, or you can keep watching real estate sit unsold and crypto bleed out of your account. Now let me be honest about the limits, because I will not sell you a fantasy. Not every trade on this list pays $1,200 a week in your first month. Some require apprenticeship of 6 months to 2 years before you bill solo at full rate. Some require certifications that take time to earn. Some are seasonal. Roofers slow in winter, pool techs slow in fall. Tree work peaks during storm season and dies in summer drought. Some are physical. If your back is already gone at 30, septic and stonework and slate roofing are out. If you cannot stand for 6 hours, knife sharpening and piano tuning are out. Pick the trade that your body can carry for 20 years. But each one is a real trade with real demand and real income today. Not a course, not a coaching program, not a passive income gimmick, not a digital asset. A skill you learn, apply, and bill for. That is the entire model. You either learn one of these and start charging next year, or you do not. That is the entire choice. The trade is real. The pay is real. The only question is whether you choose to step out of the broken system that sold you debt and called it opportunity. If you watched this far, drop a comment below. Tell me which trade made you stop and think the hardest. That is the one you should look into first. Number 9, hit me hardest the first time I researched it, because the storm cleanup numbers do not feel real until you read the actual federal disaster contracts. And if any of you reading this already work in one of these 25 trades, post your real numbers in the comments below, what you charge, what you bill in a typical week, what the entry path actually looked like for you. Other people watching need to hear it from someone who is doing it, not from a research video. The best comments from this video get pinned at the top, and I read every reply for the first 48 hours after this goes live. So tell me yours, and tell me which trade you would actually pursue if you started tomorrow. Subscribe to the survival research for the rest of these breakdowns. The 40-plus trades the career system buried, file by file, with the income data, tool lists, apprenticeship paths, and regulatory information for each one. Country-specific breakdowns for the trades that pay differently in different states. Hit subscribe and the bell now so you do not miss the next file. The economy is going one way. The trades are going the other. You can pick which side you stand on. The cost of staying on the failing side is paid every month in inflation, in retirement losses, in real estate that does not move, and in jobs that disappear faster than they can be replaced. The cost of switching sides is the time it takes to learn one of these trades, and the courage to start charging for it. That is the entire trade. The information was always there. They just made sure you would never find it.